Donaldson is equal to the challenge.
2nd and 10. Alouettes with the ball at their 45. Passing again. Pumps once. Nearly picked off. He wanted Jock Climby. And good coverage there again. Dale Joseph.
Well, they've been battling Dale Joseph and Jock Climby all game. Joseph is in the hip pocket of Climby and has great acceleration. He comes down. You're going to see Climby come across. Now watch the acceleration of Joseph. Great speed to beat Climby to the football. Just can't come up with the catch. Here they are right here. They're going to make their way this way. Now watch the acceleration right there as Joseph knocks that ball out. And then when he realizes he doesn't have it in his hands, he thinks, better make the tackle.
Montreal to punt again. Terry Baker from his 35. Shipman, the lone man back, lets it bounce. Takes it at his 26 and doesn't get much more but a 4-yard return after a 40-yard punt. And the Lions will scrimmage from their 30-yard line, and Danny Barrett to be coming out again. Had a couple of big completions on that second drive. However, it ended up ultimately being snuffed out. Eddie Brown couldn't hang on to one. So 3 for 6 and 19 yards.
Well, and one thing he did do in that last series was he went deep down the sideline to Dave Donaldson. Donaldson made the catch out of bounds, so the play didn't count. But what it will do is get the defensive backs for the Montreal Alouettes to back up a little bit. Give them a little more room underneath for some curls and some outs.
The Lions penalized on the return, and therefore instead of the 30, they will scrimmage from their own 17-yard line. More work to do for Danny Barrett in his second go-around as a BC Lions quarterback. Drops back over the middle, complete. Rod Harris up to the BC 45, first down.
Nice play action fake by Danny Barrett. Juan Johnson, the secondary for the Alouettes, hesitated a little bit, and Tom Europe can't get across in the seam pass to Rod Harris.
Big catch by Harris. Was with Saskatchewan last year and was cut by the Edmonton Eskimos this year. Gained of 27 yards. Big first down for BC, and Doug Peterson moves. Did he see some movement on that BC line as the flags go down?
I don't know. They look pretty.
It looked pretty still, didn't it?
Yeah, sure did.
Offside. Montreal 94.
Yeah.
Still first down.
Listening to a new snap count. Here he is right here. Check out that offensive line. I don't think they move. Not a chance.
How much can a defensive line be tricked when there's a quarterback change?
It throws you. It throws you off for a series or two.
1st and 5. And on the draw, Juan Johnson is going nowhere. In fact, he'll lose yardage. Probably a couple. It'll be 2nd and long.
This is what's supposed to happen on this play. The BC Lions offensively are hoping that Payton, who is right here, will go straight up the field in containment. They're not going to block him by design. They're hoping that he'll go up and try and contain. Payton says, not this time. Slices in there and hits Juan Johnson in the backfield.
2nd and 8. The 47 for BC. Barrett has been willing to throw deeper than Allen. Completes this one. Another good play to Rod Harris. Another Lions first down in Alouette territory.
This is a situation of quarterback and receiver being on the same page. Rod Harris saw the outside coverage by Miles. Danny Barrett saw the same thing, and they just hook up in a hurry.
Gain of 17 on that play. Barrett calling things out at the line and handing off this time. And things are opening up in the middle for Juan Johnson. Another big gain, another first down to the 35 of Montreal.
Danny Barrett's got him on a roll right now. He's in the hurry-up offense. For a veteran quarterback like Danny Barrett, he can see the defense now because Tom Europe, the safety, will have to call the coverages on the fly, and he'll call them out loud. Danny Barrett will pick up what he's going to cover. He knows where he wants to throw the football or what play he wants to run before he even comes over the center.
This is as lively as the Lions offense has looked all game. Out of the shotgun, Barrett gets out of trouble. Still in more. Wrapped up. Swift first couldn't get it. And he just throws it away downfield. It'll be second down. Barrett doesn't find a target, but he does do a good job at eluding some pressure.
Well, good decision to throw it out of bounds at the end of the play and save the loss, but great coverage downfield. Montreal secondary were all over the receivers for the BC Lions. Barrett really had nowhere to throw the football and just threw it away.
Well, at the very least, BC's got a good chance of coming away with 3 here with 2:49 left to go until quarter time, and they're down by 5. As Greg Mons looks on. His first head coaching stint in the Canadian Football League. Barrett airs it out. Wants Eddie Brown, but the closest to it is number 31, Baron Miles. Incomplete in the end zone. A flag on the play. And it goes against the Lions.
Well, it'll be interesting to see if Dave Ritchie accepts his penalty.
With a 5-point game, and certainly within range of 3 now, you got to wonder if the Alouettes say take
Holding.
second down again.
BC 64.
He's saying
Second down repeated.
Ritchie's saying push him back.
Absolutely.
By accepting the penalty, he's taken Louis Pasaglia out of field goal range. But it does give the offense for the BC Lions one more play. Albeit it's second and a whole bunch.
Even as it stands with the 45, it would be a 52-yard attempt if they don't pick up any yardage on this play. Pasaglia tried a 54-yarder. Nearly had the distance, but pushed it off to the left. That one was late in the first half. So second and 20. Now's 45. Danny Barrett running around. Throwing down. Oh, the timing. And the catch. Eddie Brown's got it. It's not a first down, but it gains back a lot of that yardage, and a nice throw by Danny Barrett.
He looks like a young man out there having some fun, doesn't he? Danny Barrett rolling to his right and throwing back against the grain. He talked about how tough of a throw that is to execute, and he hits Eddie Brown in traffic running the other way.
With Irv Smith bearing down on him. And the ball gets to the 30, so this will be a 37-yard attempt. And that happens to be where he hit his other one from, 37 yards. This could close it to a 2-point game. For the chance of Louis. It's good. He's got a pair from 37. And the Lions are back within a field goal of taking the lead at 16-14 Montreal. After the Lions field goal, it's now a 2-point game, Montreal. Let's get an update now from David Pratt. David?
Well, Rob, the reason that Dave Donaldson is going both ways is because Rasheed Gale, just before the half, was not only pulled one groin muscle, pulled both of them. He is gone for the game, and as a result, as you're seeing, Dave Donaldson is getting two-way duty.
Right, thank you. And we have pointed out how Donaldson has done in place of Rasheed Gale, the excellent corner for BC, and so far Donaldson's been doing a great job and stands out there again.
Yeah, he really has. I mean, there's a fatigue factor, but Donaldson came into camp with great shape, ready to become more of an impact player. Thought it would be primarily as a receiver, but Adam Rita quickly said to him that, you know, we may play you a little both ways, play a little defense, and in the preseason he got some action on both sides of the football.
From the University of Manitoba, Dave Donaldson. The catch there by Ben Cahoon. Up at the 40. Alouette first down, and he's chased by Donaldson, ridden out close to midfield.
Good vision by Ben Cahoon to find the hole. There's a lot of traffic in there when you run that little hitch screen, and Cahoon's going to catch the ball and then just kind of pick his way to the outside. Good blocks downfield. Pierre Verschavel got all the way out there. That's a long run for Pierre Verschavel. He's not a young man in his 10th season. Had to run about 30 yards on that play.
Got close to the 55. A first down. Here's Pringle up the middle. Some more pops going on there. As Dwayne Knight is the last one to keep a hand on that ankle and make sure that Pringle goes down. But another good gain on first down for Montreal.
Well, it's been a bit of a duel between Juan Johnson with the Lions and Mike Pringle tonight. Pringle with 64 yards. I believe Juan Johnson has a little bit more than that so far in this game. But this is where Pringle starts to really turn it on, second half.
Absolutely. He can do it in the fourth quarter even stronger than he does in the first. And with his strength there, he bowls his way for another Montreal first down. Tough couple of yards for Pringle, but they'll move the sticks again. And that is an excellent point about Mike Pringle. Wears defenses down Notice that against Winnipeg in the first game of the season, where they've done a great job of containing him, but then he just keeps going and defense is let down a little bit.
Well, yeah, Rod, for the defense, it's demoralizing too. You get into the second half and you can't stop the run, and it really wears on you.
Fake to Pringle. Ham under pressure, gets away from it again. He is brilliant at doing that.
Oh, boy.
And he is down, but another good gain for Montreal on first down across inside the BC 35.
Second time in a row that David Benefield has been one-on-one with Ham. First of all, you're going to see the great play action fake by Ham. That hesitation right there gives this guy right here the problems. This is Benefield. He's got to get up in the one-on-one now, and that's a tough one. That's tough for defensive backs, let alone a defensive lineman.
And the gun goes off at three-quarter time. David Benefield and the Lions, they're closed to within 2 points, 16-14, heading to a good fourth quarter. Back to CFL Live.
You're watching CFL Live, and we're at the quarter. Here's your host, James Duthie.
Okay, welcome back. You know, when a team runs a series of good plays, we're never sure whether to give the credit to the offensive coordinator or the quarterback. No problem in BC. They're one and the same. Danny Barrett has got rid of the headset, got rid of the clipboard, and he has looked very impressive, Eric.
Yeah, he really has, and I think it was very important for the BC Lions to get some points on that last drive. They did psychologically. That just helped them tremendously. But, you know, I think he's really injected some emotion into this offense. You see him here. You know, Danny Barrett's got a big-time arm. He's got great leadership capabilities. And Damon Allen's personality is a little bit more mellow, and I think he's injected some fire in this team.
Now, if I'm Wally Buono, I'm home saying this isn't the same team that played us last week. The Alouettes looked a lot more impressive last week, perhaps a little bit of a letdown. I mean, they are winning the football game, but we expected them to be winning by a lot more, I think.
Well, that's going to happen over the course of an 18-game season, but let's don't take anything away from BC. They came out ready to play tonight, and I think they've been very impressive. If you're Montreal, excuse me, you have to be a little bit concerned, though. Their defense was on the field the entire third quarter, and it's very hot in BC Place, no air conditioning. So if the defense stays out there for the balance of this quarter an awful lot, they could get awfully tired in the last few minutes.
Now, the Alouette script all season long has been fourth quarter, Mike Pringle takes over. Let's see if it happens again. Let's take you to fourth quarter action. Here's Rod and Glenn.
Thank you, James and Eric, and it's a close game for Dave Ritchie, leading by just 2, but hey, I don't think he'd have it any other way. That's a trademark for the Alouette teams. Just check out these close wins they've had. 6 of the 7 this close. They've won by a point once. They have won by 3 points twice, by 4 points, and by 6 points twice. In fact, the one game you don't see there was a blowout by standards, you might say, 8 points over Calgary, one of the top teams in the league. But that's how close it's been. And in fact, only 17 more points they've had for than against this year. In spite of that, they're 7-2.
Yeah, and down the road, that'll pay dividends, because when you've been in those close games and won, confidence continues to grow, and then you get a close game down in the playoffs when it really matters, and you believe that you can win it.
It is second and short for the Alouettes. They're getting deeper into BC territory, down at the 33-yard line. And then second and short, you know who they go to. But once again, a good job by that BC defensive front to make this interesting for Mike Pringle. Through 3 quarters, it's close on the scoreboard, and certainly not a blowout, although you see the big difference in rushing yards as well.
Well, the time of possession is equal, and that's what BC Lions wanted. I mean, they need to continue to try and control the football when they do have it. Danny Barrett has done a nice job, relief of Allen.
Montreal first down on the play. Play action fake to Pringle. Here's Ham. In pursuit. The Lions can't get him, and Tracy Ham off and running with flags on the play after he's down. This will go against BC, and what a bad time to have it happen. It's down at their 20-yard line.
No question. They're flying all over the football with Ham taking off and scrambling again.
Major foul, face mask, BC 24. First down.
Dwayne Knight called on the face mask. How costly is that penalty? A few have gone against BC, but this one could really hurt them.
Well, Dwayne Knight, 24, right there. You can see him grab with his left hand. He's got the face mask. I thought it was Johnny Scott who may have hit Ham late, but he got out of the way in time. So it was Dwayne Knight who got nailed.
And puts the ball down to the BC 10. First down, Montreal. Up by only 2, but with a chance to really open things up. The biggest margin so far in this game has been 7-0. And the Alouettes and Mike Souls get on the board in the first quarter.
On the option, it gets away from Pringle. He gets the ball back, but they lose yardage to the BC 20. And that toss, Pringle never really had a chance at getting.
One way to stop the option is through penetration. Watch Jason Bryant get some penetration right there, as does Benefield to the outside, and that causes the poor pitch from Tracy Ham. Pringle just doing a good job to come up with the football.
And Andre Strode made sure that even if Pringle got that ball back, which he did, he was not going to go anywhere. So second and 18 on that loss. 18-yard line. Out of the shotgun.
Ham looks left, complete.
And they make up the lost yardage. They get it back to the 10. It's Ben Cahoon. And that'll set up third down and a field goal.
Cahoon has made some tough catches in this football game and came across the middle where the traffic usually are hanging out and kept concentration on the football.
Boy, the BCD coming up big there. And Terry Baker has made 16 straight, including a 52-yarder, including one that went off the uprights. This one, a chip shot by comparison. Just 17 yards away, up and good. 17 straight for Baker. And once again, the Alouettes have a 5-point lead, but it's all still within a touchdown here at BC Place. Yeah, baby, Friday Night Football. Adidas Friday Night Football returns next Friday night from Commonwealth Stadium. Calgary and Edmonton. 8:30 p.m. Eastern, 5:30 p.m. Pacific. The return match after their Labor Day meeting coming up this Monday. You want some tickets? 403-448-3757. And you know tickets will be in demand at Commonwealth for that one. Whenever it's the two bitter rivals from Alberta.
It's back to school night in Edmonton that every year. It's always about 40,000 plus Commonwealth.
Out of the shotgun, Barrett back in with the Lions. Al Shipman takes it on the side, picks up a block, and turns what looks into be a small gain into about 10 yards, close to a first down.
That was actually a signal from Danny Barrett, not just flexing his muscles there to the bench. A nice play by Al Shipman to beat Douglas Kraft in the open field. Of course, got a little help from Dan Payne, who was rumbling over there to throw the block.
Second and short, but a foot away. Barrett keeps it himself and gets up over the 45-yard line.
Barrett's looked good. I mean, he's come in the second half. He's kept the Lions in the hurry-up offense and looked quite sharp considering he hasn't seen any game action for so long.
Keeping it in hurry-up on the first down. Hands off to Juan Johnson. Good run for Johnson. Still on his feet. Over midfield and rumbles down inside the 45 to the Montreal 42-yard line. Gain of 21 yards.
The right side of the offensive line for the BC Lions have had their best game of the season. Watch to the right. Here comes Juan Johnson, and watch this hole. He's going to see Jamie Terrace gets out there. Craig Hendrickson, or Scott Hendrickson, excuse me, the brother gets out there. Nice block and pretty good moves for Juan Johnson downfield.
And Johnson has it again. They go right back to him on first down, and he gets down to inside the 40-yard line. A gain of about 3 yards. Greg Mons has picked an interesting game to make his coaching debut. It has been close.
Well, he said he'd be very surprised if his team didn't come out and play with emotion, and I think they have so far tonight.
Juan Johnson had 104 last week in Hamilton, and he's beaten that. 2 straight 100-yard games. Out of the shotgun. Danny Barrett. Oh, he had a sure completion, and Johnson could not hang on. And with Tracy Gravely covering, he might have had a shot at getting to a first down.
This is the one I always think that this one should go in the running backs stats, not the quarterbacks. Danny Barrett will get the incompletion, but he can't throw it any better.
He had some room. And instead, they're in field goal position. 10:07 to go in this fourth quarter. 19-14. It's been a close game all the way, and it could be cut to 2 again in this attempt. But the 47-yard line. And he pushes it off to the left again. And Chris Wright takes it and will dance around a bit in the end zone before ultimately kneeling down. They cover him off, killing some seconds off the clock, and finally running out. 9:43 to go. Another point on the board for BC.
Well, hello again, and welcome back to TSN Tonight. I'm Lisa Bose. Hope you're enjoying the football game. We will get you back there in just a second. Let's update some baseball for you. The Blue Jays continuing their set with the Red Sox Saturday afternoon. The Rocket, Roger Clemens, looking for his 13th straight win, and in the first, he gets some runs to work with, courtesy of Sean Green. He is the Jays' first 30-30 man, having quite a campaign. That's number 31 on the season. 1-zip Toronto. 2 batters later, Carlos Delgado tees off. He's having a solid season as well. That's number 28. 2-zip Toronto. Clemens had a streak of 32 scoreless innings until the 4th, when Darren Lewis with the flare to right. Mike Stanley is in, but the Jays do win the ballgame 4-3. The Rocket breaks Dave Steeves' 10-year team record for scoreless innings at 33. And both Mark McGuire and Sammy Sosa went deep Saturday. Sosa sitting on 58, McGuire sitting on 60. We're back to BC Place right after this.
See it, live it, TSN.
Louis Pasaglia not happy after missing one from 47, but it looked to be trouble on the hold. And who better to explain that than a guy that for years in his career was a holder for Saskatchewan's Dave Ridgway.
Well, yeah, we talked about the relationship between the holder and the kicker, and Louis Pasaglia has Kahari Jones, a third-team holder, or third-team quarterback, as his holder. You see, he double pumped it there. And when you have a long one, especially on those long ones, it has to go down clean.
On the miss, the Alouettes take it from their own 40. And Pringle finds a hole up the middle. Look at Pringle go. Still on his feet. Across midfield and to the BC 50-yard line.
Great block at the point of attack by the pulling guard. Watch David Benefield. Here comes Pierre Bergeron.